Okay. Getting a bit of a late start. I mean, when am I not getting a late start? I've been working on this, but it's not the greatest. You know, with a schedule that is that changes up frequently, and there is like no monotony in my schedule. So I want to talk about entertaining the exes. You know, I get to hear like the most strangest situations, and then I kind of get to hear what they're doing to either solve the situation or to make it even more problematic. And when you're there's going to be a time in your life where you are not going to love your partner. There is going to be a time where you are going to think of a previous partner while you're with somebody. If you were meant to be with that person, you would already be with that person. And I have to, you guys are fucking up. I'm sorry. I gotta be the one to say it. This whole getting back with your exing is a gimmick. I know about it because in one of my groups that I do for women, there is a how to get your ex back gimmick and everything that some people are seriously taking to a whole new different level. I really think that you need to respect the person that you're talking to, with, or even married to. I mean, it's getting so strange. I'm gonna just go. And you guys are like self-sabotaging by, this influence is, some people are being successful with it, but not everybody. Okay, and there's this saying, you dance with the one that brought you. Let's think about a dance hall, okay? You're going to see a lot of people that dance better than you, that dance better than your partner. But in order to get to the dance hall as a couple and everything, right, you have to respect that you showed up with somebody. If you don't show up with anybody, then yeah, it's like slim free pickings, whatever you want to call it. Usually that's, a gathering of people when there's just so many more to choose from. But then sometimes at these dance halls, you get to see your ex-partner dancing with somebody else. And it stings. That doesn't mean that you need to get back with them and start dancing with them again. That just means you're happy to see them with somebody else and that you're with somebody and you both respect your current situation. A lot of people that were involved in this scam, gimmick, whatever it is, how to get your ex back. If somebody really wants to talk to you and pride is in the way, probably never going to hear from them again. Pride is nasty business. Now, I'm not going to lie. There is somebody that I do miss. But because they chose the lifestyle that they chose, I have to respect their decision. Because their lifestyle was just too chaotic and hectic for me, and I had to step away. I had to let them go and be with somebody else. So sometimes I do dream about this person. And sometimes I see their name everywhere I go. But I have to respect the situation. Now it's been many years since I've even laid eyes on this person. And at one time, we attempted to have a family together. But, life likes to redirect. shared that they moved away and they're not coming back, because if they were to come back and try and talk to me, they would have already done it. It's been so much time that, you just have to let go. It would take a miracle for us to be together, and I don't see very many miracles happening. But I'm okay with it, and I've come to terms with it, and I've attempted dating again, and that has been quite the interesting roller coaster of hell. It does make me appreciate the stuff that I endured and went through with this person. And we had a lot of negative factors pulling us apart. And then we had a lot of negative influence. And then we had our exes trying to interfere. And it gets kind of, messy. Especially when there's children involved. You can't be happy and be with who you want if the relationship is diluted by drugs and alcohol. You can't be with somebody that has a criminal history and doesn't want to let go of committing crimes. You can't be with somebody that just refuses to make the necessary changes in order to prosper in life. And you definitely can't be with somebody when the other the ex or the other parent, whichever, keeps getting involved where they shouldn't. There's this lovely expression, it's called respect the friend line. It's actually a song, and it's a cute little song. And it's about a girl that has, that's trying to be friends with guys, but they just can't seem to respect the friend line. And then it's like she tries having a friendship with her ex. Like Matt Rife had said, and I know he was a comedy thing, but he really nails it on the head when he says that they're really not your friend. Anytime that you try and be friends with an ex-lover, there's two things that they're doing. They either want you back, or they never want to see you happy with somebody else, because then that comes to them accepting that they fucked up and acknowledging it wasn't just you, it was them too. And then you come across those that don't give a fuck about their ex. No, there's one. There's only one that I wouldn't mind reuniting with. Everybody else, fuck off. But that is definitely one of those situations where, when the ex or the other parent keeps interfering in your personal life and, has access. This is very important, because I'm starting to believe that this is kind of what happened. And I dished it back. I'm not always eye for an eye, but when you really want to get into my personal matters and you really want to affect who I'm dating, and you just want to keep tabs on who I'm involved with, I'm going to be like, listen, I'm going to give you a dose. And I'm just one of those people. You stay in your lane, I'll stay in mine. If we keep having having this little problem, then we need to sit down and talk about things, because I know I don't want to be back with my ex-husband. And I know that I don't want to be with my other daughter's father. And I know that the attempted dates weren't really, flourishing and building anything. So I know I don't want to be with them. But I've kind of been afraid to go and introduce a new person to my body, because after the hell I went through, and the lies, just fuckboy guy hell central. Like, nobody has respect anymore, especially exes. As soon as you move on, they have they'll be with somebody. As soon as you move on, or even attempt to move on, you go through the most craziest shit. I'm talking about, you gotta deal with, the most heartbreaking part of it is you gotta deal with the kids not wanting to talk to you or be involved in your life. This is something you have to accept. And I've reached out a few times, but because their father has moved on, I have to respect the situation that they probably already have a family. It's been enough time, and I believe he's still with the same woman. So there has to be, I have to respect and let everybody go, because that's the right thing to do. You can't fight for someone that's with somebody else, because it's so disrespectful. You can't get involved because you still have feelings for somebody, right? And some people like to do the whole lily pad hopping thing until they come across someone that reminds them of that person that they miss. But that person is never going to be the person that you miss. And it's really hard, to continue knowing that you're never going to get back with this person. Because lifestyle choices, situations just don't seem to work out in that factor, It just, nothing seems to meet. So then you got to start thinking about, okay, I like this quality of this person. I like this. And then also you start piecing together what you do want in your life. And then just, don't stop until that person enters your life. You don't go and sleep each time with these people, because every time, I came across something and it makes sense. This whole soul tie thing, it's not joking. You're given a little piece of yourselves, and in order to build a bond with somebody, you're gonna have to exchange fluids. You're gonna have to exchange touch. There's gonna be something going on. And people, if you don't feel anything when someone kisses you at the first, the beginning, that means don't go any further. If it doesn't bring anything to the senses, don't push it further and have sex with them and think that these feelings are going to change. They don't. Empty sex is just that, empty sex. There's no attachment. It's just, and you feel bad afterwards. You don't feel like you did before. And some people can question this and, say, oh, this is hogwash. that's probably because most people that say it's hogwash are probably already in deep relationships, bonded relationships, and married to who they're supposed to be with. And then there's people that fall out of love while they're married. And they just need that reassurance, and they go and they step out to see if this, is it me? Is it them? So then they step out of the marriage and they create and make it more problematic. The best way to handle if you're in a marriage and you're struggling to find love for your partner, there's two things you can do. You can split. You do a full separation, because nobody really wants to be with someone that's married. Unless they're polyamorous and they're just like, you know what? We're not enjoying our marriage. Let's bring more people in to see if we can enjoy it again. No. Gosh, no. You're asking for more trouble that way. You're asking for more children that way. You're asking for like a whole new can of whoop my fucking ass life situation. You're just, that's not the way to do it. If you truly don't have love for your marriage, respect for your marriage, you shouldn't be married. A lot of people get into comfort, financial comfort. A lot of people are looking forward to that retirement. A lot of people are looking for just, twos. So I was working with one of my clients, and he said, with two, if it's better, right? And because he was helping me with something, and he knows that I'm extremely independent. He knows that I have been relying on myself for many years. And I think he was just like, are you ever going to get married? Are you ever going to... And that's what I like about sometimes when you work with people and then they become your friends and they're just really cool people and stuff like that. They kind of give you some insight on things, and it's nice. But for the answer, am I ever going to remarry? I don't know. I'd probably have to be with someone long enough to do it. And there was only one person that I truly wanted to marry, and well, that didn't go through. And and I'm okay as long as they're fixing their life and doing what they need to do and staying out of trouble, I'm happy for them. Stings a little bit, but people are just going to say they want to do things and then they never follow through. I have been engaged enough times to know that if they don't follow through, they weren't being honest from the get. And it really shattered my view on marriage. Because while they're saying, because there's marriages that deal with infidelity. I experienced one. I felt so robbed out of my first marriage. But then again, we didn't love each other when we got married because I was pregnant. And I know that the woman that he's with is making him into a better man, and she can have him. I have no desire, even if he was a changed man, and even if, he tried, because when I was with the person that I want to get back with, if that person still exists. Our dating was a glimpse of it, and because he made the choices that he made, our relationship completely just shattered. And it's been enough years I feel comfortable to talk about it, because before, every time I tried to talk about it, I'd start crying. I get teary-eyed and everything, and now I don't. And that's how I know I'm finally able to meet and be with somebody that I'm meant to be with. I mean, I miss the kids, and practically they're almost all grown adults, but in my heart, they're still kids. And I've grown a little distant because I have to respect the situation. And I love them enough to let them go. Just like with my situation with my other daughters, it hurts too much to hold on, the pain, the words, everything. And I know that they're upset that I didn't get with their dads. They've expressed this immensely, but I wanted to let them know that I was stupid. I had a low self-esteem. I wasn't thinking in the right sense when I had done what I'd done. One guy was literally just a one-night stand that went, what? And then the other one I had been dating and then married, and then right even after having the baby, he was already showing signs that he was going to bolt and get with, my best friend. But she really wasn't my best friend. And seriously, like the whole, the wicked stepmom thing, she was awful to my daughter. At least the one that he's with now, she treats her good. I mean, there's a little bit of alcohol, I've heard, and I heard that she calls her names and stuff, but people do things with their, their strange terms of endearment. Like I like to say weirdo sometimes. It's just something that sticks. I'm not really, but when they do strange, odd behavior, or something that just doesn't like, what a weirdo. And then, like, when my little sister, I used to call her Stinky. And I still sometimes do, but she's now a mother. So I'm not trying to, to insult anybody. My little sister, I'm very proud of her. She is having my first niece on her side. I have other nieces, but I've lost contact with them thanks to the divorce that my sister and my ex-brother-in-law went through. And that was a nasty, like right after my separation with my husband, my sister went through the same shit. It was wild. It was really wild. And hopefully sometime before it's too late, I would like to reconnect with my other side of that side of the family. But because it's the drama between his family and our family, I just felt it was just best to walk away from it all and let them handle it themselves. My sister's not doing that great. She's suffering a lot. I know that she misses her ex-husband. I see it. I know that she misses her children. I know that unless after me and her had our falling out, maybe she did reconnect with them. I hope that she did. I always wanted her to get back what she lost. I know that she's been through hell. My mother's been through hell. So going through hell is a thing for our side of the family, especially with the women, like we know how to deal with it. We know how to survive it and keep trucking. Like, we just don't give up. Now, I don't know about my mom. I haven't talked to her in 20 years. About 20 years, yeah. I haven't talked to her, seen her, and I'm okay with that. See, I'm a big, strong believer. Cut the line to your abusers. And it's a good idea to push them out of your life if they're going to continuously be abusive towards you. And I'm not just talking about physical abuse. I'm talking about the emotional abuse that comes along with family members that just can't figure it out to know how to like be cool and stuff and not go off the top and threaten your life and do, you know, threaten physical harm and like for example, I believe that vandalism is a form of emotional abuse. And unfortunately, my sister decided that she wanted to spray paint my car. Drugs are great. Really, they are. Fuck. I'm still trying to figure out how to get it off. It's been over a year now. Almost a year since we've had our falling out. And this will be... And I've already decided just let her go 100%. That means there will be no reconnecting with her. That's been too many times where she just thinks it's okay to affect my life on a negative manner, and I know how to just walk away from people that are just not good for me. The toxic relationships I do not do. So I guess you can apply this not just to exes, but family members that you had to like nix out of your life. And I have her blocked in all ways because I don't want to hear back from her. She's done enough. She's had enough negative impact in my life to where I'm just like, unless you change your ways, unless you change the way that you talk to me, I don't do fake. I watch how she goes, oh, la, 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 and then all of a sudden behind my back, da, 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 da. You know, I left high school how many years ago? I didn't mean to come back to high school, you know. I didn't expect to get back into our high school days where she literally has been known for this. But she likes to entertain guys. She tries to attempt to entertain guys that I'm talking to, dating, or like, I don't know. My ex-husband, one of the worst things he said to me is, why can't you be more like your sister? And I'm like, oh, here we go. I was like, you want her? Fuck her. I don't care. I was just like, I mean, he was dating girls that like had the same hairstyle as her. It was getting weird. And I was like, do you want to fuck my sister? I'm like, ew. Just. And then my ex-fiance, I caught them. I had somebody with me, and we were looking. So he was logged into my phone. I don't remember how he got logged in my phone, but I noticed that they were messaging each other. And I was like, oh, okay. And I found that so strange. I'm talking to him and he's still messaging her. See, a lot of people had a lot of experience in my, not a lot of experience. A lot of people liked my sister before she got into drugs and messed up herself and everything. Because she was a beautiful person. She was a loving, kind, solid rock. But after her divorce, she just crumbled. And just got worse and worse. I mean, she's not homeless, you know, she's not completely off there, but I witnessed enough to know that she still hadn't changed, and she still needs to make these changes in order to restore anything in her life that she wants. Just like with me, I know I have to make changes, which I have been working on fervently. Because, you know, the one thing that is in common with all of my malfunction, toxic relationships is someone wants to push me to the brink to where I explode. And I'm learning through listening to Octane, you know, on Sirius. I'm learning through channeling my anger and pushing it to music. Now, I know it sounds kind of weird, but I believe in music therapy. I believe the music is a way to really reconstruct, because the lyrics will paint a story to you. The lyrics will explain stuff, and the music is soothing. Because, that music can get really, and it does it for you. You don't have to get pissed. You don't have to get angry. The music does it for you. And I think that's one of the main reasons why I listen to, like, Five Finger Death Punch. I listen to Godsmack. I listen to all these music that hits right. And when it hits, it's just like, oh, yeah. I mean, you get a little dopamine effect from music, but it's enough to help calm you down when you get kind of angry and stuff. Like, you see me when I'm driving in my videos, sometimes I get a little heated. I am a firecracker. I admit it. I know that if somebody wants to light my fuse purposely, I'm going to put off a show. It's one of the main reasons why I don't drink heavily. Because I know how I get when I drink. I've chosen to limit myself. I don't want to harm anybody. And I also know when someone inflicts pain on me, I'm still working on how not to hit back. Or not how to protect myself. This I'm struggling with. I'm not going to lie. If someone puts their hands on me and gets stupid, I gotta learn not to, because we both get arrested. That's something I don't want to do. I don't have any criminal jail history, no prison history. I want to keep it that way. I have no desire to be a part of the chain gang, And some of these people that just keep going back to their exes, they wind up in jail. And that's not enough. Apparently they just want to keep in that cycle of shit versus move forward. I do not want to be around anybody that agitates my anger. I don't want to be around someone that wants to purposely instigate to get me to fucking fly off. I don't want to do that. I like peace. Peace is my preference. I don't like it when guys get in my face and start popping off on me, and I'm like, you might want to take a step back. That's just because the closer you try and get up in my face, I mean, the bad parts about being prior military is you have the training to take somebody out and to control your temper enough not to harm somebody when you're trained to hurt somebody, There was a shirt, and I don't know, it kind of fit, unfortunately. This is the flaw part of me, is I can see the humor in this shirt, and I'm actually thinking about getting it, but it says, you should respect how many times I prevent myself from being a serial killer or something like that. Like, it's dark. It's dark. Don't get me wrong. I know it's dark, and I got some dark humor to me, so, hear me out. But there's a lot of people that don't have good self-control. And I'm one of those people that has very good self-control, but you get up in my face and I feel threatened, I'm gonna fight. I don't want to put myself in situations where I'm gonna have to fight people because I don't want to be arrested. If I didn't get arrested and I wasn't facing being arrested, oh hell yes, I will brawl. I haven't been, and I probably would make a decent, professional fighter, but I choose not to because sometimes with having prior service knowledge and stuff, and feeling threatened and feeling, when you get a blow, I mean, if anybody has ever been in a fight, it hurts. It hurts your body. It changes. But these guys, they train, these professional fighters, they train in everything. Well, so do soldiers. All military personnel have to train to be able to take hits and not have it floor them, not have it traumatize them, because when they know what they sign up for. So do UFC fighters. They know what they're signing up. They know. And then, like, I came across these like many videos of people standing at a podium and taking a slap. They're like getting paid to ring each other's bells. That can cause tendonitis. That can actually create, if too much of an impact, it can have TBI. My ex-husband has TBI from being in the service, and he always gets that, the VA check and everything, which is fine. I think someone was actually, one of the other mothers had told me one time that she was going to try and get some of his VA check. I said, the girl, that's government money. I said, you can't touch that. Leave it alone. It's like, because, that's all she could think about was child support. And I'm all like, get the fuck away from me. I don't want your child support. Just leave me the fuck alone. And then now I still kind of get it every now and then, because, he likes to forget, even though you have custody, or even have, mutual custody, that you're still going to be paying the rears. And a lot of people didn't realize that when they got custody of their kids, that they thought that their child support ended, and they found out otherwise. The mothers still get child support, because you're paying for your absence. Now, if you do it and there was no child support orders, then yeah, kudos to you. You figured it out. It's a shame that it took money and the government to get you to have a conscience. I said it. But it's whatever. So, just be wise when you're talking to your exes and you want to bring them back into your life. Or not even exes, just, previous partners. Just be wise. You always want to know what their plan is. Traffic fines doubled in construction zones. Oh, come on. There's no construction going on, and I'm not even speeding. But there will be somebody that does. So anybody that's watching this, construction zones, remember, they double your fines. So there was one time I was getting a speeding ticket of, $500. That would be $1,000 hit, like that. I like my money to stay my money, not the government's money. So I like to play by their rules, just so I don't have to pay. Everybody should have that mindset. It's like, the more that you feed the government your money, the more you give them power and control. The more you avoid giving them your money, the less control they have of your life. I mean, I know it sounds kind of weird. They're like, but the more they know you, the more it's going to be a problem. The less they know of you is ideal. I mean, would you rather pay $1,000 ticket? Or you rather just go to the speed limit and say, not today. You ain't getting into my pockets today. But then there's these silly ass people, these conservatives, that are having a riot against the Democrats in the state of California. Oh yeah, it was a fucking nightmare witnessing all the stuff that I had to witness on the road. I'm like, that's going to cause some traffic issues. I mean, people that are working on car driver or something had the audacity to say fuck Joe Biden. Or no, he's the guy that actually publicly said fuck Joe Biden, and then made himself a target. Because anybody that speaks ill of the government, there's always some repercussion of some sort. So like if your ex is involved in conspiracy theories and the government is the enemy and all this stuff, you might want to lay low with them, because they probably have some enemies that you don't even know about. There can always be that too. People just be wise and be smart. I mean, it just doesn't seem to make any sense. There we go. It doesn't make any sense to be asinine. It doesn't make any sense to throw away diamonds for pebbles. It doesn't make any sense to not give your current partner a fair chance when you're trying to pursue and get back with somebody from your past. Start making sense. It's easy. When you start making sense, life will actually start, making sense to you. And you won't feel so lost. You won't feel like, oh, the world's out to get me. All these mental health situations that are going to occur when you're going through a bad breakup, a bad divorce, or reconnecting with someone that had caused you trauma in the past. Cut them out. Let that shit go. You only have so much time here, and you want to make the best of it. You want to have some, some people that like chaos are going to migrate to chaotic situations. People that like peace are going to get away from it. They don't want anything to do with chaos. They don't want to have drama, which is chaos, basically. They don't want to thrive in bullshit. Be smart, people. And don't tell me, and then I have another thing I gotta say is when people say that they're smart and they got their shit together and they're acting like a fucking fool. It's like, yeah, sure thing there. Sure thing there, cupcake. Okay, I have to get to work. So, thanks for hearing me out. I really, I appreciate the support, but I'm really not doing this for, likes, desire, anything. I just feel like it's time for me to get these truths out, because there's a lot of people that are going to be going through the same stuff as me. And I just don't want you to go through the same consequences that I've had to. It definitely humbles a person and makes people strive to accept changes and to make the changes necessary to build balance in their life. On that note, y'all have a good one.